Are we on, John?
Yeah, I turned the microphone button on now.
So everybody missed that riveting pregame.
That minute and a half of us saying that we have no idea what to expect.
It was so informative that I think we should, to reference a previous game, get in a time machine, go back and do it again. But we won't. We'll stay here.
Yeah, I'm good.
So, John, I went back in the book and went back to last year's game. I found the Norristown game, and Norristown continuing their tradition of arm in arm during the national anthem.
Oh, okay.
But it was a pretty solid victory from the Lady Bears. They won by about 20.
Mm.
So we'll certainly see how that goes. And it looks like Ajiana Golson, number 3, was the leading scorer for the Norristown Eagles. So we'll see if that continues here tonight. As we're getting ready to tip, the ball goes up. It is a legal tip, unlike last game on Tuesday, and Boyertown has possession to start the game. Norristown looks like they are starting out in a 2-3. Nice drive by Madeline Weaver. That's no good. Beautiful rebound there. That is Brianna Minnick. Good early start from the Eagles.
And if Norristown stays in that 2-3 zone, I think Madeline Weaver had the right idea to attack the middle. When you get there, though, it doesn't have to be a drive into the lane. It can be a jump stop and a kick. It can be a jump stop and a shot. We'll see if the Bears can keep attacking middle on their defense.
Quickly, inside-out game. Here's Minnick. That's no good. Weak side rebound, Greaves. She's going to try to run. That's long. Good save again by Greaves. She's given the baseline. Madeline Weaver, top of the key. Nails the three-pointer.
Madeline Weaver, very good set shooter there, and had her feet under her there, and like that shot the first time down the floor. Good shot there. Good start from the Boyertown Lady Bears here. You want to make sure you get a lead in this game and keep it going.
Quick steal by Minnick. We've got a feeling we'll be saying this name a lot tonight then after the first minute of the game here. Lady Bears have a quick substitution up to the scorers table. Fast, dare I say, frenetic pace so far, John.
And would probably think that would play into Norristown's favor. So we're going to see if Boyertown can, just because Boyertown's been kind of playing at that slower pace all year long. So we're going to see if Boyertown can, Coach Weisberg can tell his ladies, hey, let's control the tempo. Let's get set in our offense here. Let's not let the pace get too quick for us.
Skip pass doesn't work for Norristown. Boyertown's going to come the other direction. Madeline Weaver may have gotten away with a little bit of a step there, but we'll let that go. That's great position there early from Tessa Wolf. And here come those early substitutes into the game. Chloe Engler. Is that? Nope, I take that back. Lindsay Mathias.
Yeah, I believe Lindsay Mathias actually was dealing with a little bit of an injury here the last couple of weeks. So I don't know if this is her first action back. Not sure if she saw action in the Springford game, but good to see her back on the floor. You never want to see an injury happen here. It robbed her of a couple of weeks, but know her from years of being in the same school, teaching her as a student. So and that's a good young lady there, and hoping that she can stay injury-free here rest of the season.
And Lady Bears, they're in the half-court set now, extending that 2-3 zone a little bit. They were doing some full-court pressure. Might be something they've seen on some scouting tape. Possibly Norristown may be unable to handle some of that pressure. Another turnover here for the Eagles. That's a long 2, I believe. That's going to be no good. Rebound Eagles. Here they come run. They got a 3-on-2. Douglas finds Minnick. Boyertown able to get back. Minnick with the drive. Able to get it to go in. First 2 points for the Eagles. Layup from Minnick.
Well, good drive by Minnick. Boyertown has to be more willing to step in there and take that contact that's going to come in. Minnick looked like she drives hard to the hole. Can't be afraid of that. Got to get in there.
There's another great drive from Weaver. Not much in the category of efficiency so far for this game. Couple misses, but See if that picks up a little bit. Nice entry pass from the Eagles going baseline. That's no good. Tipped out of bounds by Greaves. Norristown will have it underneath their own basket. Boyertown will pack in their 2-3. And we're going to get a 30-second coach's timeout. Norristown probably wants to set something up here. Any other reason why you would call a timeout before an inbound play?
Not really here. You're looking to take an early lead, and Coach, I believe it was Coach Bates. Looks like he's saying to himself, hey, listen, if we can get a lead right here, we're going to take the momentum and swing it in our direction. So, hey, why not? I think both teams here probably realize, we're not playing for a packed playoff berth right now, just the way things have gone here. But you can still play for these wins throughout the season and look to surprise somebody and just play some good, solid basketball. So why not? Burn one now, see if you can take a look at this play you've been working on in practice here and see if you can get it work.
Norristown's been trying to pound the ball early, so expect some type of movement to that area. Get something in a low block.
Does a minute get it here?
You would imagine. And they do the exact opposite of what I thought, John. They threw it all the way to the top of the key and reset an offense.
Well, give credit to the Lady Bears there. When you go 2-3 out of bounds under your own basket, you're pretty much inviting the other team to throw it deep because you're clogging the middle, and the Bears did a good job.
Yeah, Boyertown out of 2-on-1 there. I think Madeline Weaver made that a little bit more complicated than it needed to be.
She needed just to go to the hole, and I think she was trying to be a little unselfish there. And it's okay to be a little selfish sometimes there. Just kind of waited a little bit too long to make that pass, and I think once she tried, it just wasn't there, and that's why the pass ended up where it did.
Looks like Boyertown setting up in a 1-2-2 or a 3-2, depending on how you want to count. Full court pressure here. Don't know what the referees are talking about. I believe their out-of-bounds spot is accurate.
I mean, as they're talking, I'll say it again. This is such a weird spot to get the ball out of bounds. I always hated this. They should just have like 2 or 3 spots per side of the floor where you should inbound the ball, and just let them inbound it there. When do you ever work on a play here?
Never.
But they're gonna get a pretty good look out of it.
And that was a good job. If we would go back, good job by number 13, Adriana Goldston, to be able to get herself open. But Boyertown able to force that turnover, and they're going to skip it out to Madeline Weaver, second three-pointer of the game, and that one is good as well.
Good shot by Madeline Weaver there again. Set shot there. Good look by the Lady Bears. I would like to see them get something going to the basket. They're not going to be able to live all day shooting that outside shot, and I think if they drive and get a couple of ball reversals before the drive, they'll be able to get something. They're just going to be patient.
6-2 early lead for the Lady Bears. And they find that's a great pass from Weaver inside to Greaves. Norristown is struggling a little bit with that pressure, but here's going to be a foul. They're going to get it again, is Norristown. A lot of contact over by the scores table, nothing called. Tessa Wolf on the drive gets another foul. That's going to be the first on Norristown. And the Lady Bears will try an inbound play from under their own basket.
In a box set, where's it going? Corner?
Madeline Weaver 3. Here she comes. There's the screen. There's the shot. Oh! Look at her. Mixing it up a little bit.
Doesn't she know that we called a corner 3 and she has to take it? Come on, Madeline.
Beautiful position by Greaves.
Good job by Greaves.
Weaver's got Matthias, and there's a
Wow.
fantastic bounce pass.
I have the better angle. I'm sitting over here this side of the court, Jim. There was no way that pass should have got through there. Madeline Weaver threading the needle. Good job by Matthias to make sure she was there. Nice hustle by Isla Greaves getting back on that pressure there. Lady Bears with one of their better segments here the whole season right there, offense and defense.
And this is going Boyertown's way. Looks like Norristown's going to set up in a little bit of their own pressure. See if the Lady Bears can handle this one. They got Wolf in the middle. They get it to her. She does exactly what you need to do, turn and look. And Norristown gets a trap. Great steal from Golston. Trying to find her way. And there's the defense from Boyertown. Good job by Greaves. Weaver might be able to find Mathias again. She's going to take it herself. Madeline Weaver is doing it all tonight for the Lady Bears.
And she made the decision this time down the floor that she should have made last time, and as you saw, was the right decision there. The pass that she could have made there, it would have been another thread the needle pass, so take the shot. Did a good job getting that to finish as well, because that was not an easy take.
Quick 10-point lead for the Lady Bears, 12-2. Behind 8 points from Madeline Weaver. And a couple beautiful assists as well. Really extending that 2-3 zone now is Boyertown. And that's read beautifully by Shimakonis, unable to convert the layup, but they're going to keep possession.
We'll see if they get that three-pointer for Weaver this time, and they'll trade a 3 for a 2, I'm sure.
This time it's going to skip all the way across to Weaver.
Timing on that play has to be impeccable and just a little bit off. Right decision by Weaver not to force it.
Almost an Eddie Higgins. We're going to get a foul on the floor. Norristown will get it underneath the basket. NBA, that's a three-point play.
And NBA, that's a layup, and it's a no call, and then they make a big show of it. And then LeBron James down the floor next time gets tapped, and it's a foul.
There's a beautiful three-pointer from Asiana Golson. Norristown with pressure. Lady Bears able to break it. Mathias has Weaver underneath the basket. Good ball movement here early from the Lady Bears. There's Tessa Wolf unable to convert that shot from inside. Norristown's going to try to cut into this lead. Might have been a stutter step. Coming up on 1 minute to play in the first quarter. Drive, nice pass inside. I believe that's Golston. Yes, it was. She was unable to convert. Here comes Boyertown, 46 seconds left. Another call on the floor. Up and down, fast pace so far here tonight for the girls.
Fun game to watch so far. I mean, the games when the teams are, we've had a couple of games here where the boys and the girls have said we're just going to walk up the floor, we're going to set an offense, and those are fun to watch if you execute. But come on, let's be serious, folks. It's fun to watch young athletes who are good at their craft just run up and down the floor, have fun, and play some basketball.
Get pass over, that's stolen. Good look up to Jones. She can't get it, but there's Minnick. Minnick's going to drive baseline.
Nice
That's a
drive.
great move.
Nice little spin move right there. Got the defender off her hip. Good job by Minnick.
Norristown able to cut that to 5. They've cut the lead in half. And that's going to be steps. Norristown's going to have an opportunity to cut this lead even more before the end of the first quarter.
If you saw what happened there when she made that travel, you saw almost all 5 of the girls in that little quarter of the floor from the top of the key to the half court line there. If you're breaking a press, you need space. You got to get a girl to the corner, a girl to the other corner, a girl to the middle. You got to spread out that defense. That's what the defense wants you to do if they're pressing. They want you in one spot. Boyertown gave it to them there.
Norristown has to go. Turnaround jumper from Minnick that time is hard. But Norristown is going to have the ball to start the second quarter. They were down 5 about a minute and a half, about down 10 about a minute and a half ago. Now they're only down 5, 12-7. Interesting start to the game. We're seeing Madeline Weaver with the hot hand for the Lady Bears. She has 2 3-pointers, add another layup. She's got 8. And it looks like it's going to be the Madeline Weaver-Brianna Minnick back and forth game tonight.
What's Minnick have so far?
4.
4. And, obviously, and I don't think Minnick's one of these. I think Minnick seems to play more kind of off the ball here in that little small forward, maybe shooting guard role. But obviously it seems that Coach Weisfurt and the staff have sniffed out that they think they can pressure a little bit, as you had mentioned. We haven't seen them extend that 2-3 zone too much, but they have, and they've gotten a couple steals, 2 or 3 steals in a row. I think the big key here for Boyertown is going to be, can they keep applying that pressure that they want to get? Can they take advantage of any turnovers they create? Because you know that Norristown is going to appreciate that pace going up and down the floor. So if they're going to play at that pace, they better finish.
John, we would be derelict in our duties if we did not officially announce this as the Palladino battle. Tony Palladino, athletic director at Norristown. Brother Nick, athletic director here at Boyertown.
Neither of them in the gym tonight.
Neither of them in attendance tonight, but they are probably more than likely at home listening to this broadcast with bated breath with some type of family bet on the line that probably includes some type of pasta dish. Madeline Weaver with the left-handed layup, unable to convert that.
Do you think Nick and Tony have a bet on every single game? Because, I mean, this isn't obviously the only game Boyertown, Norristown play. Do you think they have 25, 30 some odd bets a year? Maybe it's like a who wins the most in the year or something?
Could be something like that. Loser buys ravioli. Palladino makes a mean ravioli as much as he makes a mean pizza.
I'm not sure when they're going to be making these again, but Palladino Brothers pizza that they put out every once in a while is some of the best pizza I have ever had. It is that square Sicilian type, old Italian, restaurant style, Maria Sunda from Pottstown style pizza, and it is awesome.
So it's plug after plug after plug for the ADs of these two fine schools.
Yeah, Tony and Nick, if you're listening, give us a text and any other side businesses you want us to plug. We'll get you some business.
They did used to have a smoke truck.
How do I know that? Because I had to work for them. couple football games at the Memorial Stadium down there. They said, "Hey, you want to sling some sandwiches for?" Yeah, I'll go down there and hang out.
That was some good stuff.
The pork, oh my gosh.
Madeline Weaver with the first points of the second quarter. Makes her first free throw. First free throw of the game, actually. Misses the second, but there's Tessa Wolf with the rebound. Early pressure, and there's Minnick. A little too soft on that pass. Better play from Matthias. Weaver foul line jump shot. That's long. Rebound Douglas. Got her head up court. Nice drive and nice
move.
Euro step from Adriana Golston.
What a move right there. What a move that has been, huh? The Euro step the last 10 some odd years. I mean, Boyertown did everything they could right there, and you can't stop that move if it's done right. Great move.
Greaves no good on her shot. Jones coming back the other way. Long skip pass over to Minnick. That's knocked away. Norristown will have possession still. Great defensive hands by Weaver. She makes that layup. 2 more for Madeline Weaver, 15-9.
These are those turnovers we talked about at the break between quarters there. Can you get some turnovers and then capitalize? However, you got to make sure you're getting back on defense and not allowing easy looks from Norristown. So it seems like it's going to be one of those kind of games here. Like who can outscore the other team here as we just run up and down the floor.
And Adriana Golston has a chance to cut this lead to 4. She's long on her first. Doesn't seem too thrilled. That's a long walk back from the foul line.
I was going to say, the longer you walk off the foul
more
line,
annoyed you are. Her body language told it all on that one. She'll be even more upset with that one because I was about halfway down and popped its way back out. Matthias took an extra step there. She knew it right away. And here the Eagles are going to have a chance again to get this lead to 4. Minnick wanted that back right away. She's wide open for a 3. They find her on the skip pass. Great drive, and even better pass from Minnick into Golston. There's the 2 that she missed from the line.
I think the Lady Bears are just kind of not rotating the way Coach Schweisford wants right there. We had Greaves, who probably should have been out a little bit more to take that skip pass away. I think Wolf and Matthias down low maybe weren't on the right spots right there. So Bears got to figure that out. You're playing that 2-3 zone. Yeah, you're playing a zone, but you've also got to see where the other team is putting their girls on the floor. You got to make sure you're rotating and taking away your responsibilities. I think Greaves' responsibility there was skip pass, because Matthias and Tessa Wolf only had one girl down the block.
Another foul here. I think both sides may be going into halftime here in 5 minutes. I think a topic of conversation at halftime for both coaches could be a little more crisp with their passes. It's been a little bit, been the cause of a few turnovers here early in this game. Looks like Norristown now in a man-to-man. A little bit of a different look here. They're pressuring. They're what's the word I'm looking for, John, when you don't let the pass get to the person? Denying some passes there at the top of the key. The word escaped me. The word escaped me. See, there's another opportunity. It looked like it was tipped by Lady Bear. Yes, it was. It looked like Shimokona's got her fingertips on that one. Zanaya Jones will take it out for the Eagles. She'll inbounds it to Colston. Another errant pass.
So Norristown throws a different defensive look, and I always like going big-time pressure, man-to-man defense after a zone because you catch that team off guard. That's what Norristown tried. Boyertown went more of a 3-2 look right there, and Norristown just threw that ball away because they weren't in the right spots and tried something they probably shouldn't have tried. So both teams get a turnover, and now here, though, Norristown able to get that possession arrow back.
See if that makes a difference if we don't have another jump ball in the next 4 minutes and 30 seconds. What's coming, John?
A warning to the bench, apparently. So we have.
We have Matthias wide open
screener.
underneath the basket.
You know, and it's you're looking where your scorer's at, and as Weaver kind of flashes out to that opposite wing, and she doesn't get it right away. Now you're looking inside, and that was good timing by the Lady Bears because you want Weaver, you want the shooter to come out to that corner to draw the whole defense away. And after that, I think it was Weaver and Matthias down low. Maybe it was Greaves and Matthias down low who just kind of did a little swap pick right there. Matthias open for that layup.
Lindsay Matthias misses the first. A little bit off on the second. Ooh. There's Olivia Anderson. Try to tip that, but we're going to have a timeout. Still a 4-point game, 15-11. Lady Bears lead. And that ball is going Boyertown's direction, I think.
I saw one official here, the nearby official, point to Boyertown's direction.
Good.
The official with the ball, though, pointed Norristown's. So
the ball went off Olivia Anderson's fingers.
I agree. However, the official near us was pointing just with his finger. to almost make it seem like he was just kind of pointing at the spot of the ball, and he didn't. I don't think he chose to argue that with his what he saw from his partner there. So I like like I saw
Norristown will
ball.
get it.
Yeah.
Big break here for the Eagles with 4:28 because I'm certain from my vantage point that went off of blue fingertips.
What a great angle we have up here, by the way. You know,
Fantastic.
hundreds of feet off the ground. You know.
Minnick drives again, and that proves to be useful for them as the lead is now 2. Nice long pass underneath the basket. Unable to convert was Greaves. And we'll see if Norristown can tie it or go up by 1. We're going to get a foul. Second team foul for the Lady Bears. Norristown will have the ball out right in front of Allie Bauman. Now to the left of Allie Bauman. Golston able to split the 2 top defenders. Greaves unable to control it.
Well, something the Lady Bears have done well tonight is they've attacked passing lanes well tonight. They've obviously done some film study here. They kind of know what pattern the Norristown Eagles go in, and they're doing a good job of getting those hands in the lanes. What they need to do, and I agree with you offensively, those passes have got to be crisp. You don't need those long baseball throw passes against this pressure. Just set up middle, get that girl to the middle, make your pass, turn opposite, and go get something on the other end 2-on-1.
We're going to get a foul call here. More great defense from the Lady Bears. That's a block of a 3-point attempt. But that foul is going to go against Boyertown. That's going to send Agiana Golston. No, it's not. Boyertown's going to have the ball into the basket. I thought they were going to shoot fouls. Into the corner, Minnick and Weaver. And Norristown's going to get it.
Norristown hanging around here. Boyertown's got to be careful here. This is a team, it seems like to me, just from watching them here for the first quarter and a half, if they get a little momentum, they're not going to give it back.
Oh, again, great idea from Norristown, just unable to convert on those long baseball passes, as you call them, John. Olivia Anderson unable to jump probably the requisite 14 feet in order to catch that one. But here comes the pressure from the Eagles. Great job to find Haycock underneath all by herself. Her first 2 of the game puts that lead back to 4. I think she was surprised we don't have a foul there either way. A little frantic right now. Haycock's going to go the other direction. She's going to look for Madeline Weaver. Zanaya Jones trying to do her best tiptoe down that sideline. Got caught, and Boyertown will have the ball.
You know, the defensive play right there, I actually agree with the no call there. I thought Mathias did a good job of just moving her feet and getting in front. I thought the referee saw that. She didn't, stop moving and just try to go for a block and hack. She tried to get in front. Minnick could not get around her and put the shot up. I agree with that. Now down here, it's okay if you have a 2-on-1 and it's just not there, or a 2-on-2 to bring the ball out. Lady Bears got to make sure that they're not giving away possessions because they're unwilling to just, back dribble one or two steps and just get the ball into their offensive set.
3 minutes to go here in the first half. Boyertown's again extending in that looks like 1-2-2 or 3-2. And that's going to be a drive. That'll send Zanaya Jones. No, that's Agiana Golston to the line. She'll shoot 2. 5 points on the night for Golston. Three-point lead now for Boyertown. Make it 2. 17-15. And Norristown's in a full court man-to-man defense. That ball goes right into the hands, and another beautiful pass this time to Olivia Anderson on the receiving end. And a quick 30-second timeout from Coach Swiford as Norristown able to tie this up.
Well, it looked like the Lady Bears just didn't attack the right level of that Norristown press right there. Norristown had, it looked like 2 or 3 girls actually by that end volleyball line right there, and Boyertown had nobody in front of it. And I think we talked the boys game against Springford. They were throwing over top of that press that Springford had, and it was a good decision. But from here with the Lady Bears, I don't know if they have anybody who can make that pass to the Bear head from under the basket. So it needs to be a stronger flash to the ball for the Lady Bears. And after that flash, you have some options. You can flash that center or power forward middle. Sometimes it's good to run that inbounder up the middle. Defense not expecting that, but sometimes you need to make sure you're flashing to that ball. Would love to see Weaver flash to the ball here, so they're not catching it in the corner. Throw it over top. There we go.
Matthias, and she finds underneath the basket Nicole Shimakunis. She's going to get fouled, and she's going to go to the line to shoot 2.
Now, and then on that set, good decision. Norristown came up and played man-to-man. They didn't have that zone diamond press set up, so there was nobody back there. Good decision. Throw the pass down there, go get it, go to the line.
Is it ever a bad decision to do the opposite of what you say?
Whoa. I mean, we do up here. We should keep track of how many times we are correct and how many times we're just utterly wrong, and just try to pick up the pieces with what we're saying. Because that's what it was right there.
We do it really well, though. We give ourselves credit for that. Shimakun is able to hit one. It's a 1-point lead. Boyertown now in their full court pressure. Doesn't look like Norristown able to handle it. Looked like Minnick tried to throw it off of a leg there. Couldn't do it. Corner 3 for Madeline Weaver. In and out. Out of nowhere comes Nicole Shimakunis.
Well, I don't know if she fouled her there.
I don't think so either. But
I think she touched the ball. However, it does stop the clock right here. The Bears can set their pressure up.
It stops the clock, and John, for the next 2:25, we're going to be going to the line to shoot 2 on all fouls.
Here we go. I don't know if we've gotten to the double bonus in a quarter yet this year.
There's no such thing as double bonus anymore, John. It's just foul shooting. It's just bonus.
The game has changed so much.
Back in my day, we'd be 2 away from a 1-on-1. And there's a foul. Carly Douglas is going to go to the line, try to take the lead for Norristown for the first time tonight.
When was the age when you pulled the first back in my day? And you and I as teachers, I feel like it's earlier than most because we're dealing with young people every day.
Yeah.
I want to say that I was still in my 20s, and I gave the back in my day, and I said, wow.
And I guarantee it had to do with the internet. Back in my day, I actually had to go to a library and open up an encyclopedia or a like a Britannica. That was our research, or a card catalog.
Back in I gave the story years ago. Hey, back in my day, if you wanted to get picked up from a function, you had to go to a payphone. Nobody had change back then, so you had to dial 1-800-COLLECT. You had to wait until they asked for your name, and you had to, in the 2 seconds they gave you, quickly say, "Mom, come pick me up. I'm at the." And then she had the, that was your way to do it.
Absolutely correct.
Kids are looking at you, just staring, mouths open, like, what are you talking about?
Looks like we had a lane violation. So Douglas is going to have a chance to tie it. That one rolls in and out. Madeline Weaver with a rebound and a foul. So Madeline Weaver will probably go to the line. And she will. Not wanting to give the ball up to a referee, Madeline Weaver is content to dribble it down herself.
Finding any moment to work on the dribbling skills. Good for you, Madeline.
Everyone is set. 2 minutes and 10 seconds to go, second quarter. Again, with the foul shots, it will be doing 2 shots each and every time. This 2 minutes and 10 seconds could take up to 10. Madeline Weaver misses the first. Not an indictment on the game, John, just a general comment.
Especially if the fouls are taking place under the baskets like they just did there, and you're walking the ball off the floor. I mean, yeah, sure, certainly.
Good rebound there from Adriana Golston. 2 minutes to go in the half. Here's Minnick, gets double teamed, able to look inside. That's great position. Make sure I give credit where credit's due. That's Adriana Golston. Good position and good body movement from her. Boyertown trying to get a little bit too fast paced there. Haycock unable to keep her hands on that one. Norristown with a 1-point lead all of a sudden. Coach Swifert's going to call off the Dogs, bring them back into a half-court set. He's going to really extend that 2-3 zone now. Looks like they might try to trap.
I was going to say, wonder if there's going to be, yeah, maybe.
And there's a skip pass all the way over to Golston. She's able to find another Golston inside. Great drop step move there. And all of a sudden, it's a 3-point lead for Norristown.
So if you're going to trap, that trap has got to be set. And when Weaver went to go set it, whoever was there as well, in that your job is to make sure that ball stays in that spot for at least a second or two, so you give your defense a chance to rotate, be there. And when that trap wasn't set hard, it just let Norristown get the ball all the way across the floor. The rotation was slow, and then there was a layup there. And really, against Norristown's pressure, what the Lady Bears are trying to do is they're trying just to go and dribble. You know, and I will guarantee you that Coach Sweisford and his staff never set a drill up that says, hey, outlet the ball and just start dribbling. No way. It's outlet the ball, triple threat, see what's going on here. But the Lady Bears are just getting a little too caught up in the pressure that Norristown's giving them. I think they're forgetting some of the stuff they're coached to do. If I'm Coach Sweisford, I'm saying, hey, listen, calm down. You don't have to take the ball out of bounds right away. Let's just set up our press break. Look middle, and see if we can't get something 2-on-1 the other way after you make that pass. Turn an opposite.
Adriana Golston unable to convert on those foul shots, so it's still a 3-point lead. Another out-of-bounds play right in front of Allie Bauman.
Oh, boy.
Oh, not a good
Oh,
spot
boy.
for
Oh,
inbound,
boy.
and
Oh,
that's
boy.
going to
Oh,
go
boy.
back over, and Norristown's going to get the ball back. That looked like an experience play, John.
Yes, and that is if you're Tessa Wolf right there. I mean, she's going to learn right now. Like
yeah, absolutely.
And actually, she might learn right now as they quick give her a talk right there. You know, hey, that's right there. Not the place to flash in that situation. It's actually better if you go all the way to the corner on the other end, because just maybe we get the ball across half court and you go in and funnel in there for a layup opportunity.
Some motion here from the Eagles. Good defense there from Nicole Shimakunis. We're going to have another foul, I believe. Yes. And this will be Adriana Golston again from the line. She's missed her first 2 attempts. Two for 6 as a team, or the Norristown Eagles so far tonight. My jinx is still at a mastery level. Master class of jinxing.
Doesn't matter who for us either. Home team, visiting team, doesn't matter.
Well, if she makes this, they're 50% as a team. It's a marked improvement.
Good try.
Doesn't work all the time. 5-point lead now for the Eagles.
See, there's the flash from
Oh.
But there it was. If you saw, there were 3 or 4 Lady Bears just kind of hanging out past that volleyball line. Morrell did the right thing. Get up, get the pass, and then all she had to do was catch it and kind of turn and face. We just didn't quite get there.
We're going to be going to the line again. This time it's going to be Carly Douglas. She also has missed her first 2 attempts today. Jeez, I'm just
reverse
horrible.
jinx.
Absolutely
the
horrible
magic.
tonight.
The magic is absent.
It's gone.
It's gone.
You know it was not absent tonight, John. The stellar pepperoni and mushroom pizza from Alfredo's that we had for dinner.
we are getting in to just doing our own pizza at home, you know,
Okay.
and it's for no other reason than we will go to our spot at Argento's. We'll go to any one of the 20 some odd pizzerias in the greater Boyertown area. We'll spend $70 on this and that, and we serve it to the young Caleda girls at home, and they'll go, I didn't want this kind of pizza. We will go buy a $5 Red Baron from Walmart, and the girls look at us and go, oh my gosh, is there more of this? We're like, you got to be kidding me.
Gotta love it. A little bit of back and forth here in the last 30 seconds. We got 21.7 left.
We have an update from the Norristown Boyertown boys basketball game. Norristown 27, Boyertown 21 at the half. I would bet pace and tempo of the game is playing a big role in the outcome up there as well. We'll see if Boyertown can handle the Norristown pressure that they always give on the boys' side.
Step back three is no good for Weaver. She's going to try to set something up. No Eddie Higgins on that one as Minnick going to go to the line.
Nah, she just needed that one step over. I'm not sure if she was trying to get there or she just kind of maybe was trying to go for a block and couldn't get there. But if she just steps in and she just says, I'm going to do it, and it takes some resolve. If she just steps in there and falls over, might have had a shot.
Minnick hits the first. All of a sudden, Norristown is just unstoppable from the line.
Yeah, we said the little bit of momentum that they would get, they're probably not going to give it up, and that's just looking at their style of play, that aggressive, defense when they're on you, the aggressive style of attacking offense that they have, and the offensive rebounding is certainly going to help as well.
And that certainly did help. That was huge because as the jinx is back into effect because Brianna Minnick hit the first, missed the second. So a quick swing there as Adriana Golston able to get the rebound and put that back. 2, 4, 6, 8 for 10 points this quarter for Adriana Golston. Lady Bears only able to put in 6 that quarter. On the other hand, Norristown 21.
Ooh, tough quarter for the Lady Bears, and I really don't think that anybody would disagree, the viewers or coaches or fans here, but looked a little, last 4 minutes of that quarter, Lady Bears looked a little disinterested out there, and it's tough playing teams who run this Norristown style where they're just always there, right? Like and those types of games are tough. If you're trying to set an offense up, you're trying to get a shot, make a pass, when that defender is just always there and you have to be on your toes literally every second you're on the floor, it's tough. It's mentally taxing there. And looked like the Lady Bears just kind of shied away a little bit from that pressure. However, the good thing is, how many times have you seen a half end that way and then a team come out, kind of learn how they have to play, coaches kind of drill into them, this is the intensity you need to have, and they come out and it's a completely different second half. I do not think this game is out of reach by any means for these Lady Bears with the way, you have a couple of shooters out there that can make shots, certainly Madden Weaver, one of them. Lindsay Mathias, when she was on the floor, was having a nice run and being aggressive. Wolf and Greaves have gotten some looks down there. They need to take care of the little stuff, though. Make sure there's no second chance points for Norristown and make sure that they take care of all the little things with their turnovers, taking care of the ball if they can.
John, if there's anybody at home listening or watching that is playing the Faces for Radio bingo game to where they just keep track of everything that they that we say on a regular basis and hope they find it on their bingo card.
Okay.
I'm going to give them an opportunity here on this one. Norristown gets the ball to start the second half.
Okay.
Norristown outscored Boyertown 21-6 in that second quarter to take a 10-point lead. So we had a 15-point swing from first quarter to halftime from the Lady Bears' 5-point lead to Norristown's 10-point lead here at the halftime. How important is the stop and the score coming in after halftime?
It's not stop and score. It's Stop in a bucket.
Stop in a bucket. I'm
Stop
sorry.
in a
Stop in
bucket.
a
You
bucket.
can't
I
even
ruined
get the
the
bingo card right.
correct.
People still just have free space right now.
Stop in a bucket.
Stop in a bucket, and that's what your attitude is coming out here. And I think I was always big on setting goals there at halftime, whether you were up or down. And I think if you're talking to your team right now at this point, you're saying, listen, we're down by 10. We did not play well in that first half. No one's going to say we did. What we need to do is make sure that within that first 3 minutes of the third quarter, this 10-point lead is cut in half. Get this thing down to 5, and that's manageable, I think, in the first 3 minutes of the quarter there. And then you tell your girls how you're going to do it. Listen, we're going to do this defensively. We're going to do this offensively. They're doing a nice job getting into the passing lanes, but they are just allowing too many Norristown girls just right by them. I think they got to do a better job with their on-the-ball defense, and offensively, slow down a little bit. Norristown wants you to push the ball up the floor and dribble. Take a breath. Let everything get set up. Flash to the ball. I am sure that they still do the Boyertown staple drill, the V-cut drill, where there's just 5 people across the floor. You're just V-cutting to the ball, flash to the ball, turn, face, be strong with it. Look for your teammate cutting. Beat the press that way. Don't try to do it yourself.
And we'll see if that's what they can do in 6 minutes from now when we come back for the second half here on the NFHS Network and Boyertown's YouTube channel, Boyertown Athletics Network. We'll be back.
And we're back here at Boyertown, Norristown with a 28-18 lead over the Lady Bears here as third quarter action gets underway. And Sophia Larkin here, or I'm sorry, Grace Haycock rather, comes out right away and once again hand in the passing lane. And she'll tip it out of bounds as Norristown ball. Skip pass. Goes over to Adriana Golston, but the Bears come up with the ball there and they're going to push. Shemakonis' pass deflected. Haycock on the ground. Good look. This would be a big bucket if Greaves can get it to go. Can't get it to fall. And Norristown will bring it up. Good touch by Weaver, but it'll go out of bounds. It'll stay Lady Eagle ball. Lady Bears looking to get off the snide here a little bit. The quarter did not end well for them, as they had a 10-point lead at one point and now trail by 10. Pass from Minnick goes out of bounds. Once again, we start with some turnovers here in the second half, and the Lady Bears will get it. And ladies and gentlemen, this is when I wish we had thousands of viewers here, because as you can tell, I'm not the normal play-by-play man, but the play-by-play man did just walk up to the booth because the allure of a hot dog and a Sour Patch Kid and a Diet Coke or whatever it was too much, and the line must have been too long, and now we're back from the snack stand.
The line was too long, and I needed my Diet Coke. The allure of a hot dog. There's nothing like a concession stand hot dog.
I don't disagree with you.
As Brianna Minnick hits I didn't miss any offense, though, John.
Nah, you didn't. You didn't.
Brianna Minnick's a point away from double digits. Great answer from Madeline Weaver on the other end.
And a good job by Tessa Wolf right there, kind of handling that pressure. And we talked about that at halftime. The Lady Bears need to handle this man-to-man pressure that Norristown's going to give them if they can. Just be strong with the ball, get the elbows out, make passes that you know you can make, and stops like that where Greaves just swats it out of bounds, that doesn't hurt either.
That was a great job by Minnick to turn. She had an open shot, saw the person on the low block, but better defense from Greaves, able to knock that out of bounds.
Slow up. And there's one, and the Bears are going to get the ball. All right, they bet.
Yes, they are.
Okay, but hey, Haycock had it. She's fumbling with it. Weaver was open, but Haycock didn't have a handle on it. Don't force it. It's okay. Don't force it. Back dribble or just try to get it to a guard, middle of the floor. Set your offense up, much like they're going to do right here if they can handle this pressure. Come on.
And there's Minnick. Anytime you think he can set something up, she seems to have been there. And Golston's going to go back to the line.
Well, the Lady Bears are getting caught. Pretty much each team is doing the same thing to each other, right? They're overplaying passing lanes. Norristown's doing a little bit better job of kind of overplaying that ball handler and really working them. If the Lady Bears can just keep that ball, just get the ball on that hip, triple threat, and then start ball faking and going backdoor, you're gonna get something against a team that's as aggressive as Norristown here. But the problem is Norristown's just too good at that man-to-man defense right now. Bears can't get the ball and keep it.
Madeline Weaver with the rebound. Going to give it up to Greaves, gives it back to Weaver. Madeline Weaver, not the usual point guard. But she does a give and go, left-handed layup, does everything but fall through the hoop.
Want to see them keep using that set right there if they can get Weaver on the ball. Let her start the offense here, and sometimes that's all it is. It's hey, these defenders that we have are giving our ball handlers a hard time. Get them off the ball. Let somebody else bring the ball off the floor. Get us set in our offense. And you saw if the Bears run any lick of offense here, they should get something like they did right there.
Madeline Weaver almost unhooked on that one like a left fielder and thrown to the plate. Decided against it. Do you like that baseball reference, John?
I was an infielder, Jim.
Spring practices start next week, don't they? Or winter practices?
Started last night, Jim.
Oh, last night.
Last night. Good turnout. Had a chance to talk about some some basic stuff that we like to do. Everybody's listening right now. Sometimes that changes, but no, the first, you know how it is. The first few weeks are always, filled with optimism, and it's good to see everybody again. So it was a good night.
Good. Timeout on the court. Norristown with an 11-point lead now. So Boyertown clearly unable to get the stop in a bucket that we were hoping for. They got a bucket, unable to get the stop. John, we often talk about this Lady Bears history and the teams of the 2010s, early 2010s, late 2010s.
Mm-hmm.
Do spend a lot of time talking about the team itself, but you know what was also spectacular back then, especially in the 2011, 2012 range? The concession stand. We had a student who graduated in 2012, probably one of the, just a great, great girl. She was a class officer, ended up going to play lacrosse at college. Emily Moats.
Oh, yes, of course.
Emily Moats, her mother. What's going on here? They're letting the sub in the game?
So apparently the sub wasn't at the bench or at the. Okay, so that sub that came in, I think it was Carly Douglas, was not there in time, so they sent her back. But then, ironically here, we have an injury timeout. She has to come off the floor because of blood, it looks like. So they say, all right, sub, come on back in. Take that, refs.
Well, the result of that was Boyertown to try to cut into the lead, but they're unable to do it because Golston's going to come the other way. Baseline finds the other Golston. Offensive rebound. Ends up in the hands of Greaves. Over to Haycock. She's got someone underneath.
Yeah.
Again, there's one of the errant passes we talked about. That one goes right into the hands of Minnick. And she loses it out of bounds. Boyertown will have it back. So getting back, Emily Moats' mom, Mrs. Moats, and other parents on the Lady Bear team, they would have rotating soups in their concession stand.
I remember this. Yes, you are correct.
Were they good? And it doesn't sound like something a lot of people would like, but I'm 99% certain it's Mrs. Moats who made it. It was a white bean and kale soup, and it was fantastic.
Interesting.
Fantastic.
I'll tell you, kale's an acquired taste. We used to do smoothies. Yeah, we do them every once in a while. You know, those little breakfast smoothies. You put some strawberry, banana, mango, all that sort of stuff. And my wife always into my health. She's always looking out for me. She has spinach in her smoothies, and one time changed to kale, and I said, "Oh, it's just terrible." And after a while, you get used to it.
Good to hear Mrs. Kaleda is looking out for your health, since you bring Taco Bell to the occasional game.
No. I think both of us just kind of look at each other sometimes and say, we can't do this alone. Please have a smoothie for breakfast.
Boyertown, lot going on the court. Nicole Shimakunis ends up with it underneath the basket by herself, able to put that in. It's a single-digit lead now. It's cut to 9. 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. And if Norristown can look up, they have Golston, and they do find her. But she will smartly pull it out and then promptly drive baseline to find Greaves underneath the basket, who will get called for the foul.
This is probably the pace at which the Lady Bears have to play to get back in this game. We said the other night with the boys who were struggling against Springford, and Coach Miller just said, all right, we are abandoning our half-court zone, and you're going to go play some full-court man. And there are times when you just to get your team to play, you have to put them in a situation where they're running, where they're being asked to play hard man-to-man defense, or at least just play up on people, whether you're in a zone or a man-to-man here. So I don't disagree with them trying to push the tempo a little bit and try and see if they can get Norristown to make some bad decisions. But if Golston's able to be smart enough to take the ball and back dribble and set something up and then go to the basket under control, again, it's going to be a long night.
One thing to keep an eye on as we head into the under 3 minutes of the third quarter. Boyertown's been to the foul line 8 times. They've made 2. Norristown has been to the line 18 times.
Wow.
They've made 9. 50%, definitely better than 25%. And there's another little double step there from Golston. Now the lead's 12. Matthias is going to draw a foul underneath the basket. She'll go to the line to shoot 2. She's up slow. But you know how you know she's okay? Sue didn't move.
Sue can tell.
Sue can tell right away.
Announced my first wrestling match a couple nights ago. Poor athletic trainers during a wrestling match. They have to be literally, on call the entire time, gloved up, stuffing things up people's noses. There was somebody who puked onto the mat. They had to Clorox wipe that up and then just send the kids back out there to wrestle. I at that moment said to myself, you know what? This, for all athletic trainers out there, thank you for what you do, especially during wrestling matches.
So you had the luxury of sitting up here. Ooh, that was a nice jump stop there from Golston. Better offensive rebound from Norristown. The luxury of some legends work Boyertown wrestling matches. The legend himself, Denny Girton.
I know. I heard all about it, and people said, hey, Denny Girton used to announce what was happening in the match, and I said, I do not know wrestling. Don't even ask. I'm just going to announce their names. They're going to come out and wrestle, and then I'll announce the next match. Famously, Jim, I was kicked off the wrestling play-by-play in 2020 when we started this whole thing. As I sat up here, knew nothing about wrestling, told the audience I knew nothing, and this is when you couldn't be in the gym, so people needed to watch the match, and there was no one else to do it. And I'm up here, and I'm saying I literally am just saying it was Springford versus Boyertown. I just kept saying over and over again, and Springford in the gold, Boyertown in the red, going at it. I had nothing to say. I'm telling anecdotes about the wrestlers who play baseball, and I coached them, or I had them in class. And the next day, Nick Palladino calls me and says, "Hey, multiple wrestling parents called and said they'd be willing to do the broadcast
if it was you again."
And I said, "Okay, so am I fired?" He said, "You are fired." I said, "Okay, thank you very much."
But that only lasted a year because you were brought back last night.
Yeah.
A little over a year. 1:44 left to go in the third quarter. And Norristown has been hanging around that 9-10 point lead. They're able to push it out to 11 right now. And they're going to go to the line to try to extend it. Brianna Minnick will head there. Again, this is 19 and 20 if my math is correct. In the last game for the official Avengers notebook.
We haven't even mentioned this. This notebook is how many years old? 2 or 3 years old?
I think we did this a couple games ago. I looked. I think Eric Salata was in the first game.
It was 2021, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. It was Ashley Capp's senior year. That'll tell you when it was. Whenever Ashley Capp graduated.
21 or 22, probably.
Yeah. Minnick makes 1 of 2, 12-point game. Madeline Weaver unable to control that pass. Norristown finds Minnick. I don't know how she ended up with that amongst those 3 white shirts. And there's a lot of action there in that corner. No fouls, and Norristown will have the ball in front of their bench. Again, John, I'd have to say the theme for tonight has been just passing. I think that has been something that's created a lot of turnovers on both ends. We'll see if that changes here with the last minute to go plus all of the fourth quarter. There's about 4 steps for Madeline Weaver. Unfortunately, she'll get called for a walk.
I was going to say, give credit to Norristown's defense for making it difficult on the Lady Bears to pass. They obviously didn't foresee this as something that would be as big of a deal as it is. But I mean, Norristown's just there. They're just trained to be right there by the ball handler and up in the passing lanes. And the Lady Bears haven't had the ball in good enough control to make sure that they're triple threatening, getting the elbows out, getting the girl off of her, getting on their hip, and backdoor. And they just haven't gotten to that because Norristown's speeding up this game so much, and Lady Bears have, kind of not been able to handle that pressure the last, 2 quarters of this game.
Norristown coach not happy with what he was seeing from his team, and I think he's calling a timeout here, realizing 36.8 seconds, up 12. They have an opportunity to really extend this, to take advantage of every possession that they have to put them in the best position that they can be to win this game, knowing that Boyertown is going to start the 4th quarter with the ball. So if you rush this a little bit too much, we talk about swings, 12-point lead right now, rush this a little bit too much, unable to score, Boyertown gets it back, put in a 2, put in a 3. That's quite a swing with Boyertown getting the ball to start the 4th quarter. That's something that Norristown does not want to see happen. So they're going to take a second. Good move by the coach here. And he's pointed to that scoreboard 2 or 3 times in that timeout. I wonder if he's sitting there saying, you got a 12-point lead with 36 seconds. You need to be smart with the ball.
Yeah, not over yet, certainly. I think both teams, the way the pace was a couple of times in this game, if the pace gets going again and there are some turnovers, careless turnovers, both teams could make a run here. Norristown can make a run to really put this game away. Boyertown can make a run to get back in it.
Inbound pass to Minnick, and that's going to be a kick. And they'll start again. Minnick drives, runs into 3 white shirts. They're going to kick it back out. 30 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter. Golson off the screen from Douglas. They seem very content to wait for the last shot. And there's the loss of the turnover. Madeline Weaver unable to get to it. And there's Golson underneath. And she's still, Norristown's still going to have an opportunity to put points on the board with only 0.6 seconds remaining.
Yeah, and that's just one of those situations. On the baseball field, you make a good pitch, you do everything right, and they bloop one in for a hit. And on the soccer field, you have everything scripted up right, you clank it off the post. That steal was in Madeline Weaver's hands. The entire team starts pushing up to make sure that they're there for a breakout. It goes into somebody from Norristown's hands. You get a 2-on-1 situation going the other way because they were a little bit slow to get back on D, and now you're looking at a situation where Norristown can extend this lead.
They're unable to do so. Rebound by Tessa Wolf. Not the ending Boyertown wanted of the 3rd quarter, but rather be down 12 than 14, certainly. So they will have the ball to start. Get out your bingo cards, ladies and gentlemen. Bucket and the stop time.
They already crossed that one out. We have to give them something else. I don't know.
Considering I said it wrong the last time, I figured I'd get an opportunity for them to actually get it right in the right context of bucket and the stop leading into this 4th quarter.
We talked about pizza. They probably put an X on that one.
Yeah, put an X on pizza, put an X on our talking about the history of the Lady Bears basketball and their success. Yeah. And the concession stand is probably an unused topic. You and Taco Bell.
I just think you have so many burger places out there. It's the only it has a literal monopoly on the fast food taco business. However, I will say this. Chipotle's been in town for about a week, and we've been there at least 2 or 3 times.
We actually went down to Chipotle the very first night, and
Oh,
ended
us
up,
too.
and ended up eating at Panera.
Yes, we toughed it out and waited, but yes, the line was out the door.
Yeah, it was a long. A couple days after the opening of Chipotle, great back door.
There we
Good
go.
job by the Lady Bears to start the third quarter. There's the bucket, John. What do we need now?
Stop.
We need a stop.
Which is what you wouldn't tell them to do on your Chipotle burrito bowl.
No, don't stop on that one. My wife ended up ordering Chipotle pickup. And
Yeah,
I actually went through the drive-thru, and John, it was awesome.
that's the way to do it. Yep.
Went through the drive-thru, said the name, they gave it right to me, and I got home and told my wife I'm never doing that again. And she said, what was wrong with it? I said, nothing. I had to sit and smell Chipotle the whole ride home. Weaver inside to Wolf. Nice little step
move.
from Tessa Wolf. Unable to convert that. Ooh.
Uh-oh. Well, yeah, you got to keep.
Yeah, you got
Ooh,
it.
no, yep.
Yep, you got to stop. It's a head injury. Got to stop for a head injury.
So there was multiple girls maybe were going to slap after that ball. And it looks like somebody just got Isla Greaves there with the referee. I mean, there was no intent behind it, right? But
No intent behind
No.
it, and Norristown was fast breaking, but I think you need to stop if there's
Yeah.
any injury above the neck.
you just hope there's not. And she's grabbing. You see Isla there. You just hope there's nothing. Obviously concussion wise, I don't think that's the issue. Now you're looking for like, all right, how's the nose, how's the jaw, and everything. So you hope she's okay, can get back in the game, or just how about this? Just be okay.
Yeah, I know I'm getting old because I finding myself enjoying Panera more and more.
It's not the young man's fast food restaurant when
No,
you're
it's
getting that little hunk of bread. I mean, any meal that you get, like, hey, do you want this hunk of bread with it? Yeah, sure. Like that's for a grandpa.
Well,
right?
I think part of it is I love soup. I mentioned the soup at the concession stand for the Lady Bears not too long ago. I love soup, and Panera's got some great soup options. Because that's another thing, John. When you think fast food, soup's not often a fast food staple.
Correct.
I mean, is it anywhere, quite frankly, other than the Wendy's chili? Oh, and there's Matthias in the right place at the right time. Boyertown's got an opportunity.
Kick it out.
Cut this to single digits.
Come on, man.
Weaver's three. No good. But there's some
How did she
pressure
get on this
defense
side of the
from
floor?
Weaver.
How
And
did
she stepped out of bounds,
No.
and Norristown's going to keep it. Minnick wanted a foul. Minnick is not happy.
She may have fouled her. I'm just impressed that Weaver came all the way over. She came from one side of the floor to the other to try to make that play. Good for her. It's a shame she stepped out of bounds.
Isla Greaves is back to the bench. Looks like she's got a nice pack on her nose.
Jim, do you think it's? We were talking about our health earlier. Do you think that my wife has not confirmed whether or not she's watching the broadcast or not, and she just sends me a link and says we need to do this juice cleanse. We can order it and pick it up on Monday.
If she was not listening, then that is eerie. What do we got? We got a jump ball here. It's going to go Norristown's way.
Would you do a juice cleanse?
No.
Jim?
No.
No?
No. Did I answer that quick enough? No.
Okay. What if hold on. What if the flavor was oh gosh.
Boyertown with a turnover on a kick ball. Weaver's going to have an opportunity for a three.
Come on,
That's
Madeline.
going to be
There
in.
you go. Here it is.
7-point lead now for Norristown.
Cleanse that scoreboard a little bit.
Lordy
here.
Lady
Nice.
Bears
Come
again.
on.
And that's a body foul. We're going to send Grace Haycock to the line, and the Lady Bears are going to have an opportunity to cut this to 5.
We said that this was. It seemed like a game where all you had to do was get a little bit momentum, and the Bears probably needed to up the tempo here, even though that's not their bread and butter. Panera reference there. But hey, big three by Madeline Weaver. If Grace can make at least one of these, it'd be a big possession here for the Bears. We'll take that off the glass.
She's going to call bank on that one. Coach Swifer call timeout after the shot.
No.
Play the momentum.
Let it go.
2 of them off the backboard for Grace Haycock. Boyertown looks like they're going to pick up man-to-man right at the timeline. Oh, she's you. Get up on her.
Yep. Anytime there's a picked up dribble, you got to go play. You got to pretty much do the same thing that Norristown's been doing to you all game long.
And that's an interception there. I believe that's Nicole Shimakuna. She's going to get fouled. That's going to be the second team foul against Norristown. A lot going on here, John. This is going to be an action-packed 5 minutes and 47 seconds. Dare I say more packed than a Chipotle burrito. Here's that pass.
Wow. And it's high risk, high reward right there. And really, I'm not even sure if the reward was worth the risk.
Whoa, wait a minute. What do we call it?
Whoa.
What? It was tipped? It was tipped. The Norristown coach wanting an explanation.
It couldn't have been tipped right at the point of the throw, right?
John, now that they mentioned this being tipped, when I looked over at Madeline Weaver after that pass, she was holding her hand.
I thought that maybe.
And I wonder if maybe they tipped it right at the point of entry.
Okay. Or maybe did she hit Madeline's wrist and they just kind of thought it was the ball here? That was
potentially.
I mean, heck, for it being tipped, and for it possibly having a little contact on the wrist right there, that thing went a pretty good distance.
And the Norristown coach is kind of doing the body language of the ball was, how is that possibly tipped?
Right.
Still waiting for an answer.
When you're trying to get back into a game like this and just nothing has gone right for you in the last couple of minutes, in this case the last couple of quarters for your team, sometimes you need something like this to fall your way, don't you? The Lady Bears but here's the thing: they can't let these opportunities slip away. This has got to be, because this is demoralizing. This is something where if you get a 2 or a 3 right here, Norristown starts thinking, oh, come on.
And John, Norristown's got to come back in the game.
Yeah, true.
They got to get back on the court.
They start thinking, well, now, come on, now we didn't deserve that, and you kind of start getting in your head a little bit. This is a huge possession for Boyertown.
Referees making sure they got everything under control before getting this ball back in. Tessa's all alone underneath the basket and try to get it to Weaver at the top of the key, but there's Minnick, and that is huge for Norristown.
I'm not sure if Haycock was supposed to pop out there. It looked like Weaver was coming off of that screen looking for that shot. You see Grace going over to coach right now. It looks like there was some miscommunication there, but once you can't have 2 players in one spot, which is exactly what Boyertown had right there, and it looked like they expected Weaver to be open, but now with the clog there was an interception and a huge turn of it. That's a 4-point swing right there.
Make it
5-point swing.
That's the first and 1 of this game. And all of a sudden, this comeback from the Lady Bears, cut a 12-point lead to 5, is back up to 8. Tessa Wolf trying to do something with it. She gets it to Matthias. They're going to get a body foul against Norristown. That's their 3rd foul of the game. 5:30 to go.
The Lady Bears need to make sure that they're flashing to the ball. When Tessa Wolf got that ball, you have Shimakonis, Weaver, and Haycock on the floor right now, who need to be able to handle this ball, and they were just kind of standing around waiting for something to happen. So right now, go get it. Yep, go get the ball. Let Tessa go set up down low, and you take care of setting the offense up. Good job by Weaver there.
We have Minnick on Weaver. That's going to be the matchup. But there's Shimakonis, unable to convert that turnaround layup.
If the Lady Bears can get into that flex offense they have, I don't think Norristown has covered a back screen all night. They're going to get something. They just got to finish.
Douglas is going to certainly take her time. Here comes the pressure to get the count. Could have had a double team. Minnick now. She's going to drive. She's not going to be worried about not taking it.
big buckets from Minnick here to stop the bleeding for Norristown.
Huge. She's got 5, all 5 points for Norristown. Here's Matthias from the corner for 3. That's long. 10-point lead now. Norristown, Boyertown needs a stop here. As quickly as they had a 5-point lead, that 5-point lead is now gone. Beautiful, beautiful pass from Minnick. And John, those, 90 seconds of excitement?
Yeah.
Down the tubes is back to a 12-point lead again where we started.
You know, and young players watching the game. Sure, there's plenty of young players out there. This was it. Kind of started. The whole thing shifted with that little.
And they're all watching the game, by the way.
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, I'm sure they're not also on their Nintendo Switch right now. This all started with a miscommunication, right, on a play that I'm pretty sure there was a timeout. And the coach drew it up, and I think that kind of those type of like soft skills for an athlete kind of go underrated here. Like, can you sit in the timeout? Can you focus? Can you make sure that you transfer all that stuff happening on the whiteboard to the court right there? It's it's tough, but it's a learning thing. But you got to make sure that you're executing the things you need to.
Minnick unable to get that rebound. There's going to be a jump ball or a foul. Looks like a foul.
It's like a foul, but you would love to see on the rebound you get those elbows out and just get real wide with your body when you kind of tuck that ball in. Referees sometimes don't give you that call. They say, "Listen, you're not doing things fundamentally correct. We're not going to give it to you."
Norristown's going to throw out some full court man-to-man pressure here, and they're looking for Matthias all by herself, unable to convert. Norristown coming the other way. Good defense there.
Oh.
But it falls right into the hands of Asiana Golson. Nothing for Boyertown. 14-point lead now.
Job by Weaver. Good job.
14-point lead. 3:20 left to go. Weaver's looking for Greaves. That's going to stay here for Boyertown. Doesn't seem like that long ago it was just a 5-point lead, John, so we can certainly get back there in about 90 seconds of...
It did get there quick. It went from 12 to 5 real quick.
Nice little power move by Matthias, not strong enough. Douglas took about 4 steps. Norristown able to get the rebound. Good shot fake in the corner. Better drive from Golston.
Well, as Boyertown has had to be more just kind of, they've had to pressure more. Norristown's done exactly what we were asking Boyertown to do a little bit ago. They've been ball faking. They've been heading to the middle. They've been finishing and taking advantage of opportunities, stuff that you wish Boyertown was able to do. Just Norristown just never gave them that chance. Once again, because of their pressure defense, and Boyertown just struggled handling that tonight.
And this is going to send Weber to the line.
Weber rewarded almost for that nice defensive play she had down there. Wasn't afraid of that contact. Just stayed right there. Got the turnover here. She's rewarded a possession later.
Unable to hit the first. I'm going to use the word for the second time tonight, John. That was frenetic.
Yeah, a little chaotic.
For a few minutes. This is the second, but there's a rebound. That was Greaves, and she'll go to the line to shoot 2. Boyertown almost catching up to Norristown's visits to the free throw line. Norristown there a lot tonight. I think 22, I believe, 22 or 24. John, a soft pretzel, a good soft pretzel is a really good snack.
What is the most underrated soft pretzel out there, Jim?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know if I'm as an aficionado with soft pretzels as
Oh, me either. But I think if I say it, you might agree with me.
Wawa.
Wawa.
Yeah,
At the checkout at Wawa.
yeah, yeah. I wouldn't disagree with that. Credit to Wawa, but there is nothing like a fresh baked pretzel, Philly pretzel factory pretzel.
I would not disagree. Nothing like the Bear Stadium pretzels. Gonna plug the Boyertown Bear Stadium concession crew down there. I remember playing in early 2000s. It was 3 pretzels for $1.
Wow.
Yep.
Back in my day.
Another back in my day. Put that on the bingo card.
Nice hands there from Madeline Weaver. 1:51 to go in this game. It's a 14-point lead. Oh, that was a foul, so we're going to be going to the line. That was Boyertown's 5th team foul. And that was 5 on Weaver as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, she had quite a few body fouls coming down the sideline. Great game for her tonight, though. 16 points for Madeline Weaver, which is exactly half of the Boyertown total. How's that for quick math?
A+ math there. Might have been even quicker if we put it in bowls of soup terms for you.
Asiana Golson makes 2 from the line. Norristown able to come up with a turnover as well. Boyertown in a pressure man-to-man, trying to force a turnover. Not wanting to send Norristown to the line. Looks like the Eagles may run this out, unless they can get a turnover.
Lara Morell on the ball right now. Watched her in the JV game. Watched her in varsity action, too. She's like a gnat out there. You got to make sure she's up on the ball trying to get a steal.
And there's the effort from Boyertown, and unfortunately, Isla Greaves, one toe on the line.
Happy to see her back in. Looks like the head was okay. No major contact over there, and still hustling.
1:01 to go in the game. Tough night for the Lady Bears, John. They had a great opportunity about 4 minutes ago to claw back in this game, but Norristown behind the 15-point effort from Minnick and 16-point effort from Gianna Golson. Looks like they're going to come out of here with a victory.
Yeah, good job by Norristown to just kind of keep their head a little bit, too. That run that Boyertown had, that little 7-0, 8-0 run, you saw the Norristown players start to hang their heads a little bit, start to question the referees, and all it took was a big steal, an and one for, I believe it was Minnick, could have been Golston, too. But they got that and one, and from there the floodgates opened back up, where they just started doing some really good basketball stuff there. They started making some backdoor cuts. They started just kind of using their aggressiveness offensively and not just defensively, meaning ball faking and getting to the basket. It was a good fourth quarter for Norristown these last 2-3 minutes.
When out of bounds, Boyertown will get with it now, coming up on 30 seconds left to go. See what they can do here to soften that a little bit, and Isla Greaves will go to the line.
It's a strong move there from Greaves. Good ball movement there from the Lady Bears. Matthias, good hard pass in there. You saw Greaves kind of create that contact there, and that's something as a freshman. I'm sure she's going to get more used to that if she's somebody who's going to be playing down there in the block. There's times you're going to have contact. There's times you want to create that contact because you're looking for that foul, or you're just looking to kind of almost use that defender to try to see where they are, to see where that takes you for your drop step. It was a good move by Greaves.
John, how many times do you think both teams combined for visits to the foul line tonight?
Well, you said it was like 10-2 at one point. What was it? So I'm going to say there was, I don't know, 27, 28.
27 is the exact number of times Norristown went to the line tonight.
Just Norristown.
Just Norristown.
Oy.
43. This is
Jeez,
44
oh man.
and 45 free throw attempts on the night for both teams combined.
All right, I don't want to ask this, but what's the make percentage?
Not good.
It's been a rough night for both squads.
For both teams, yeah.
For both squads.
It's been a rough night. We'll just put it at that. And as we say, it's been a rough night from the rough night from the line. Isla Greaves continues the streak of jinxing the jinxer.
Yeah.
And puts one down. Norristown JV squad behind the bench, beginning to celebrate their. You don't see that much anymore, John, do you?
No, you don't. And the coaches, sometimes they are. You're focused on the game. I think the coaches finally heard what was going on and said, "Hey, all right."
Two more foul shots. What better way to end the game?
Fitting.
Close to 50 foul shots taken in this game tonight. Ooh. That ball's still in play. And that'll be it. 51-33. Final score tonight. Norristown Eagles come in and take one away from the Lady Bears. Tough night to say, John, but it's not going to get any easier for these Lady Bears.
No, rough stretches coming up here as they kind of get into their divisional play here. Just played Springford this week. You have Norristown, so that means they still have Perk Valley coming up. PV, who you talk to anybody around the area here who's follows District 1 girls basketball, and they're the first team that they're going to say, maybe not the first, but one of the top. They're going to say Perk Valley has a squad that could definitely contend for a district title this year. So that game's coming up as well, and then you have to go through some of those tough interdivisional matchups there. So yeah, tough road for the Lady Bears coming up. But all you can ask for after games like this and situations like this, hey, listen, keep playing hard. Probably you need to go back to the film, unfortunately, here and say, what could we have done a little bit better? You don't want to watch it, you don't want to revisit it, but you need to, because that's the goal of the season, right? What can we do better? What can we get better at next year so that we can keep progressing as a program?
And I don't know, I'm not certain what the schedule is for next week. I know I have some prior engagements a few nights next week, as do you. So
Tuesday, girls basketball, we're here versus Upper Perk. Thursday, we've got boys basketball versus Methacton. Saturday, doubleheader.
Oh,
Boys versus Interborough at 1:15. Girls versus Methacton at 5:30. Yeah, quite honestly, I don't know who you're going to get on the broadcast, folks, but it might not be Jim and me. It might be other.
And it might be a mixture of all of the above.
It's going to be a mix, yeah.
We'll see what goes on with that. And predicting our first snow tomorrow as well.
No, it's going to be a big dud. It's going to be a big dud. I'll be out getting my juice cleanse probably tomorrow morning. Jim, I'm looking at this juice cleanse that I blindly said yes to.
Well, yeah. Why you agreed to it, I have no idea.
Yeah. So listen to this. Would you drink this?
I already told you no. But
go
go
ahead.
ahead.
Listen. How does this sound? These are the ingredients. The only ingredients I can see on this bottle. I hope Mrs. Clay is still listening here. Lemon.
Okay.
That's fine, right?
Yeah, it's a good start.
Maple syrup.
No.
Like, come on, I'm not done yet. Come on. Alkaline water. What's that?
I don't know.
Isn't alkaline like batteries? What?
Yeah, I don't know.
All right. And then E3 Live Spirulina.
Okay, I thought there was some rule that if you couldn't pronounce it, you shouldn't eat it.
Right now, Google is getting a spike on searches for E3 Live Spirulina and what that is, because I have no clue. We're doing it. We're doing it, Jim. You're going to see a new man next week.
You let me know how that goes.
All right.
I will, while you're doing your juice cleanse, I might have to patronize the grill shop.
just one extreme to the other.
Because I can pronounce chili dog really, really well.
Today, our security guard at school, Daryl Horning, who just happens to be standing right down there in the mid-court with the hat on, today ordered, his grill shop order, we said, was legendary here. I mean, at school, when we get the grill shop on Fridays, you're usually not looking to go really big, right? You're not looking to do that. We have students and classes to attend to. We can't just be kind of dealing with our own stomach issues, you know. So, you know, usually a lot of people get like a little tuna sandwich or maybe like a hot dog or something, you know, something light. He got, I believe, a high witch with chili. So that, again, is chopped up burger, chopped up hot dog, cheese, eggs,
Wow.
home fries,
Wow.
and chili on a hoagie roll.
Yeah, that's my kind of sandwich. That is my kind of sandwich. Well, we will. Someone will see you next week with a. And I know when I come back, I will have a new notebook. What
That's right.
type of notebook? I don't know. And John, it's late in the broadcast. We probably should have said at the beginning of the broadcast. We should be remiss without going through. And with this being a Boyertown athletic event, thoughts and prayers to all of the friends, family, and acquaintances to Coach Hilligas, passed away recently. All the best to everyone in the Boyertown community touched by this man's life. He will be missed. And I guess that's a good way to end with the memories of a great Boyertown Bear.
Every program in the pack in the state, you have your coaches, your beloved coaches that, you know, served you in the golden years of whatever program you had, right? And this was certainly one of those coaches for Boyertown. The effect he had not only on the athletic program but on every single player and student who he was able to come in contact with. He will be missed, and he will be somebody who will always be, like I said, beloved here in the Boyertown athletic community.
And with that, we sign off. Stay safe tomorrow in the snow, whether it be an inch, whether it be 9, whatever that is. Have a great night.